Hi guys, today we will look at this problem, nearest smallest element. So the problem description is like, given an array A, find the nearest smallest element Gi for every element Ai in an array such that element has the index smaller than I. That is, let's consider that is for if my I is here, if my I is here, so I can consider only these elements, like a smaller element in this range. Okay. um, let's consider elements for which no smaller element exists. Consider next smaller element as -1. Okay, so that means like, if I have some element like 1 here, and all the elements are greater than 1 here until here, to the 0th index, so I can consider -1 is the next smallest element, right? That clearly means that for 0th index I can consider -1 because there is no index beyond this. So this will always be -1. This is fixed. Okay, so this is clear. Now let's consider, you need to return an input, an integer array. That means we need to find all the smallest element to the left. Okay, let's see this array A 4 5 2 10 2 10 and 8, and its result was -1 4 -1 2 and 2. Okay, so that means this is fixed because there is no element present beyond this. For 5, the next smallest is 4, right? For 2, this is bigger, and we are beyond the array, so this is -1. That is why. For 10, okay, for 10, this is my nearest smallest. Okay, for 8, this is bigger, this is smallest. Okay, now let's see this. Okay, for 3, no element is here. For 2, 3 is bigger, we are here -1. For 1, 2 is bigger, 3 is bigger, and we are here -1. Okay, so the question is clear. Now let's see the brute force approach. How will we do this with the brute force? So okay, brute force is like quite simple. We can for every index I, for every I, we can check if element less than AI exists from 0 to I -1. So this is like exactly like our problem statement. So if we if we want to write the brute force, it will be something like, for int I is equals to 0 up to a dot length, that is our given array. This is our given array, a dot length. Okay, so int number will be ai. So this is our current number, for which we need to find smallest integer towards the left. Okay, so for this we can simply write int j is equals to I -1 to 0. Okay, we are going in reverse direction. We just, because we want to find the immediate smallest element, not the beyond, the immediate smallest element. So we can write it in reverse order. So whenever the moment we find the smallest element for this num, we can simply append it to the result and break this loop. Okay, so let's consider this our result array. and this has the same size of a dot ath array, because we want to find for every element. And now for each result I, we can append if, okay, so let's, we need to check a condition here. So if num is greater than aj, we can directly consider this like result I would be aj, and we can break this loop. Okay, and initially what we can do, we can mark every answer as -1, so that we don't need to check any condition here if it will be it is already been taken care. Okay, so for this, let's get to the time complexity. So the time complexity would be order of n to create this result array and assign -1 to every element, and then order of n to iterate my original array, and I am reversing from j to 0, so that will be again n, so this will be equals to order of n square, and the space complexity would be if would be either big O of 1 or a big O of n, if considering result array, because other than that we haven't used any variable, any extra storage. Okay, so let's consider, let's see how to improve this. Let's think about some improvement we can do here. Okay, so the one thing is clear, that we are only concerned about the immediate smaller element. Okay, so the immediate smaller element, we can if we use a single variable, like if we maintain a minimum variable and then append whenever a minimum variable is located, so that will be that will result in wrong answer. For suppose like for here my minimum is 4, then this is maximum, this is my minimum, now my minimum is 2, for this the answer is 2, for this the answer is 2. Now if suppose I have 9 here, okay, so for this 9 the original answer must be 8, because this is the immediate smallest element. Okay, but if I'm considering only a single min variable, this will again result in 2, which is wrong. Okay, so we cannot consider a single minimum variable. So it is like clear that it is giving some call towards like a stack. We can use a stack to solve this question. Okay, how we can use stack? Let's consider that. Okay, let's rewrite this example with 9. Okay, so it is 4, 5, 2, 10, 8, 9. 4, 5, 2, 10, 8, 9. So this is my input array A. Okay, now I want to use a stack here. So initially what I can do is, if our stack is empty, suppose this is our result, initially the stack is empty and we can consider -1 here. Okay, now when the stack is empty, we can simply if our I is here, we can simply push AI, which is 4 in this case. Okay, now I is here. Now for this 5, we can see that we have already a smallest element at the peak, so we can write 4. Now the thing is, should we keep this 5 or not? Actually we should keep this 5 because there is some element here which suppose we have 6 here. In this part we have 6, so for this 6, 5 would be my answer, not 4. So we need to keep 5 here. Okay, now we have 5 here. Now our I is at 2. Okay, now we see that this is a bigger element, so we can remove this. This is again bigger element, we can remove this. Now my stack is empty, so for stack is empty we can simply add -1 here, because there is nothing is smaller than 2 present in the array, so we eventually reached out of bounds. Okay, so now we can simply put 2 here, because this is the potential minimum that can be answer of some other bigger values. Okay, now we have 10 here, so for 10 we can simply 2 is greater than 10, we can simply put 2 here and push 10 to the stack. Okay, now we have 8. For 8, 10 is bigger, so I cannot consider this, so I popped this out. For 8, 2 is smaller, so I can answer 2 and push 8 here. Now for 9, 8 is already smaller, so I can simply put 8. Okay, so what leads to removing these elements? So if I have something like 2 here, suppose I have 2 here, which is already smaller than these two variables, right? Okay, which is already smaller than my peak, which was 5 at this time, so it is already smaller than peak. So for these variables, these are actually useless, because I have found something which is smaller than these. If I get somewhere 1 here, that would eventually lead to -1, because I don't have anything smaller than 1 in the entire array. Okay, so for all the elements after these 4 and 5 are useless, because I have something smaller than them. So this will be my potential answer for anything greater than here, right? So I can simply remove these values. Okay, I hope the intuition with the stack is clear with you. So let's see what is time complexity and what is space complexity. So the time complexity would be I am traversing the array in a single pass, so time complexity is will be order of n, or I am putting values here. So at max and I am at max this is order of n, it will be order of n, and space complexity could be big O of n in this case, because if I have everything is a smaller, like in that case 3 to 1 example, I will push 3. Okay, then I will push 2, then I will push 1. Okay, actually this is not if I have everything is in increasing order. Okay, then I will push 1 here, and then 2 here, then 3 here, because but my answer would be for this one it will be -1, for this 2 it will be 1, and for 3 it will be 2, but I have to keep appending. So let's take that example. Suppose I have an array like 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so with our logic what we did is we simply mark for 0th index it is always -1. Now we post 1 here. Okay, then we are at 2. The answer, the peak is smaller, so I will put 1 here and push 2 here. Peak is smaller, I will put 2 here and 3 here. Peak is smaller, I will put 3 here and 4 here. Peak is smaller, I will put 4 here and 5 here. So at max, the space complexity can grow to n, and at max the time complexity can grow to n. Okay, so let's write a pseudocode for this. Okay, so what we are doing, we are creating a stack of integer. Okay, and for each I from 0 to a dot length, we are considering if s is empty, we can simply, if this is my result array, we can simply append result is equals to ai. We can simply write result is equals to -1, because there is nothing inside the array and there is no smaller element present, or we are out of bounds for right now. And we can simply if s is empty, else if s is not empty, then we can check if ai is greater than s dot peak, that is my current element is greater than peak, so my result would be this peak. Result is equals to s dot peak. Okay, if this is not the case, else I can remove while my stack is not empty. Stack is not empty, or and s dot pop, s dot peak is greater than ai, that is my current element is smaller than, greater than or equal to ai, that is my current element is smaller or equals to ai. I can simply s dot pop, we can simply do a s dot pop, and now after all this we can check if s is empty, is not empty. We can simply write a result I is equals to s dot peak, else my stack is empty, that is we are out of bounds, so result I would be -1, and this is closed, this is closed, this is our else part. And after all this, we can simply push s dot push ai, because every time we are pushing element to the stack, nevertheless it is greater or smaller, it doesn't concerns us. Okay, I hope this solution is understandable, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully like and subscribe. Please mention anything you would like to improve, you want me to improve in the way I delivered this question, or please support. Thank you guys.